What the heck is going on, retro freaks? Kind of a weird one today.
Yes.
We have one of like
6
or 7 Toys R Us's in our area, like 10 minutes from where we're filming.
Yeah, it's so wild. So Toys R Us was massive when we were kids. It was such a cool toy store, video game store, all that stuff. But then like in 2017, 2018, they filed bankruptcy. They closed all their stores. And then like 2025, they were like, hey, we're back.
Yeah.
But we're only going to start 7 stores, and one of those is in West Des Moines, Iowa, which is where we live.
Yeah.
And so we were like, let's go check it out. Let's see what it's all about. Let's see if Toys R Us is still cool.
So yeah, like when we walked in there, you know, first off, pretty hyped about it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of lives in that nostalgia pocket of my brain of like Toys R Us and KB Toys and like Blockbuster Video, CD Warehouse, Sam Goody, like that type of stuff.
All that stuff. And so, man, going back in the day, I used to go to Toys R Us all the time. There was a really massive one kind of in our area as well that I used to go to a ton. But I haven't been to a Toys R Us since I was like probably a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
So it's been like, I don't know, 15 years. So when they first announced this, I was like, oh, this is so exciting. Like a little bit of my childhood is coming back. This nostalgia thing is coming back. I was super excited. It got put in our local mall, and I was like, okay, this is going to be kind of cool.
Which is kind of weird because Toys R Us used to be like a standalone store, at least in our area.
Yeah.
None of them were in malls. Like KB Toys was in malls.
But Toys R Us was such a massive store. Like they literally had. It was a standalone building that had so many things: bikes, video games, like Legos, trains, like baby toys. Like they had everything. And now it's just like a weird mall store. And I think also they're doing like weird pop-up stores as well. So I don't know how that's going to go. We don't have one of those in our area. But so we went earlier this morning to go check it out. And when you first walk up, you're like, oh shit, Toys R Us.
Yeah.
You know, you're seeing the logo and all this stuff. But then, I don't know how you felt, but I was kind of disappointed by Toys R Us.
Yeah, I mean, there's just something. I mean, obviously, we're older now. So let's put that in the mix.
The specialty of it, or the specialness of it, is probably gone.
But there's a feel and an aura, and it just... The soul is gone, I guess, is what I would say. It felt very just bland, cookie cutter. The colors weren't right. No video game section at all, which is pretty weird.
No media at all.
Yeah.
Like no like movies. No. I thought they had vinyls at first, but it was calendars.
Yeah.
So like no media at all, which sucks because Toys R Us had an awesome video game section back in the day. It was so good. But I get that it's a smaller store, so maybe they don't have it. But even like the toys themselves, like nothing felt unique about it.
Yeah.
Like nothing felt like it was like, oh, this kind of feels like I'm just at Walmart or just at Target or just at like another generic place that maybe has toys. There was nothing that was like, oh, this is Toys R Us.
They had a ton of plushies and like those claw machine things that are really popular now. Yeah. But I am curious as to where they're sourcing their goods from, because they had like the WWE Mattel Superstars, which are the Walmart exclusive ones. They had a couple, but they were like really old ones.
Yeah, so maybe
they had like the Series 1 guys.
Maybe they're getting their stock from Walmart. I don't know.
It was, and like some of their other Mattel WWE figures, it was very random, and they were like really old lines, which is okay. It's not a bad thing. I'm just wondering where they're sourcing from.
And it was, so they did have a few like Toys R Us things. Like you could get like a Jeffrey plushie, and they had a whole section of Jeffrey stuff, and like you could sit on a bench with Jeffrey or be a Jeffrey Pop, and you did that. And all that stuff. But other than that, like it was like, this just feels weird. And like they had all the signs and everything that was like, I want to be a Toys R Us kid and all that stuff. But it just like, like you were saying, the colors were off.
Yeah.
The vibes were off. And we were talking in the car, like it'd be cool if like they had new stuff, obviously, but then also like if they had like retro stuff.
Yeah.
Like, cause like kids nowadays, they don't care about Toys R Us because they didn't grow up with it.
Yeah.
It's just like another toy store. But like if they had like a section of like older toys that like kids are, or adults now, kids that were kids, they were like, oh man, I haven't seen that since I was at Toys R Us when I was 10. You know? That would be really sick.
It's weird, you know. I don't think they really have their identity. I don't know if they know if they're going for nostalgia or if it's just gonna get with the modern times. But it feels like, hopefully I'm wrong. I think the world's a better place with Toys R Us in it, but it feels like it's not here to stay.
I know, like I was really excited to go check it out, and then when I was in there, I was like, man, this kind of is just like a letdown. It's kind of disappointing. And also, like, it's been open for like a week since by the time we're filming this. So I'm sure it was busy when it first opened. It was kind of busy, but not super busy when we went. I wouldn't be shocked post the holidays this store is dead. and then it closes. And I don't want that to happen. It's exciting Toys R Us is back, but that's just what it felt like, and it doesn't feel special. But like nowadays, nothing really feels special. So maybe we're just getting older. But like I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah, you would hope if you're making a return as a standalone toy store that there would be something about it that felt unique, and it just didn't.
It didn't. Yeah. So it's like I don't know if I'll ever. There's no reason to go back. Yeah. Like there's no reason because all the stuff that was there, you don't have to go there to get.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there was nothing like, oh man, they have one of the biggest. I wish I could say like the biggest NECA figure selections I've ever seen.
No.
Or, oh wow, they had the most WWE figures I've ever seen in one place. Nope. They had the most Legos I've ever seen in one place. Nope.
Target has more Legos than us. Yeah, they had representation of like almost every toy thing that's popular nowadays, but it was like small sections. I think like their biggest section was like Nerf guns.
Yeah.
But like even that was like you could find that many Nerf guns at Walmart.
Yeah.
So it was weird. They did have a decent puzzle selection, and I do like puzzles, but again, who's going to a toy store and buying puzzles? You know, get those on Amazon or Walmart. I don't know. I am happy that it's back, but it doesn't. It kind of feels like it's just like a cash grab, and they don't really care about their consumers or their customers.
There's just a lack of the soul and the spirit. Yeah. It just kind of feels hollow in there. There's just a weird feeling.
It was really weird, and maybe that's just us getting older. Yeah. So if you guys have a Toys R Us in your area, I know there's 7 locations across the United States, and they're in like weird towns. Like I think the next closest one is Omaha, Nebraska. I think there's a few in California, stuff like that. So if you have one in your area, go check it out. See if we're wrong. See if you guys feel that way. But I don't know. It was kind of a letdown.
I don't know. I think the way I would fix it, even if you don't bring in, you know, vintage or retro toys, at least have like some TVs around playing old Toys R Us commercials or, you know, something like that to just give it that vibe.
Yeah, to get, or like change the music.
Yeah.
Like they were playing just like generic radio rock, and it's like, play like classic 90s music.
Yeah.
Or like something when we walk in, we're like, oh wow, like the feeling's different.
Yeah.
Nope, it was just whatever, another store.
It was just another store at the mall.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I wish we had better news to report.
I know, but
it is still kind of cool seeing the logos, the Jeffrey plushies and all that.
But like there's no reason for me to ever go there again, which sucks because I was a Toys R Us kid, and Jeffrey knows me personally, so it's like I thought he would like.
I thought I'd call you on your birthday.
Yeah, I thought I would like walk in and give me a hug and be like, "Welcome back. You're an adult, so am I. Let's have fun." But no, he was not there. You know, so I'm kind of sad about that.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. But nonetheless, the 2025 version of Toys R Us. It's cool that it's back, but it's not what you remember. No, unfortunately, that's our take on it. We'll stop talking about the doom and gloom of the world, but we appreciate you tuning in and subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you on the next episode of the one and only Gaming Off the Grid.